Hello there, my name's Levi, and of course, this is my first, video. I will get into streaming. I just got a couple of bits set up before I fully go into the streaming process. However, today we will be playing Train Sim World 6, so let's get into it. So, here we are. We have Train Sim World 6. So, we are on the Darkling Riverside alone, and we will be doing a run down here. So, let's get started. So, right. Let's go inside, let's get the UI turned on, so of course, as I have started the game already, technically the movie is already set up, so let's get started. So firstly, we want to go in, we want to get the master key turned on, and get the...
TPWS and AWS operational.
Okay, so as you can see, we are running at ever so slightly delay. That is just where I was setting up, so let's get the doors open. As it's a nice day, we're going to have the windows open. Okay, well in that case, when the loading is finished, we will be ready to go. I would like to get your guys' advice in terms of what you recommend in terms of the UI, because it is a bit annoying having it on, because of course it does slightly ruin the realism of the game, but at the same time, of course, I do need to be able to see the basic information. Right, let's get the doors closed. Do it a big outside look. The doors closed. Oh look, we have another train ready to go. Ready to out of service. Right, let's go. So we're going to set the buttons forward and okay. Let's go. So we kind of only have to go. We go.
This is the train to Gospel Road. Next station, Barking. Change here for District Line, Hammersmith City Line, and National Rail Services.
As we do continue the streaming process, I would love to be able to use input on what I can improve about my streams, whether it could be what I say in my streams, what you'd like to see, like content you'd like to see. Of course, at the moment, I will be streaming limited routes because, of course, those are not routes I can afford. But as time goes on, with any luck, I do get a sponsorship from Dovetail, in which case I will be able to provide more content. One question I do have for you lot is when you are following speed signs, do you speed up when the front of the train passes the speed symbol, or do you wait for the game to actually register the change of speed? are now getting ready to at the station, and we are currently speeding. So let's just get that down a bit. As I come into the station, I generally always try and drop down to 30 because I find it a lot easier to control. If you guys do have any advice for how I am something, I am also very curious about that.
Next station, Barking. Change here for District Line, Hammersmith City Line, and National Rail Services.
Both successfully stopped, so we can now get those doors open. And as we are at the station, the best thing to do is to set DRA, because of course we are not moving.
This is the train to Gospel Oak.
Right, now we're going to do it again and just let's put the PA button. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this service to Gospel Oak. Unfortunately, due to minor technical difficulty, we are carrying a minute and a half delay. We do apologize for this delay and hopefully can pick up some time in the meantime. Please sit down as the train is now ready to depart.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Woodgrange Park.
We are now approaching Grove Park.
Next station, Woodgrange Park.
I realise I actually made a mistake that it's Woodgrange, not Woodgrove. Nice to see a fellow train here, and hopefully we can slightly rushed what that happened last time. Looks like we're going to perfect it and achieve that. Two in there. Okay. Oh, actually, that was a perfect stop. Got to take a photo of this. Ollie, upload it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your service to Gospel Oak. Due to a technical fault, we are running a minor delay. This train is now ready to depart. Please make sure you're holding the handrails as this train is now ready to depart.
This is train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Wanstead Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, whilst you are on this train with us today, please remember to keep all your personal belongings with you at all times, and if you do see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it, say it, sort it. We are now approaching Wanstead Park.
Next station, Wanstead Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your service to Gospel Oak. Yet again, there are minor delays on this service due to a technical fault. This service is now ready to depart. Please mind the closing doors. Mind the closing doors.
Gospel Oak. Next station, Basingstoke High Road.
I realise now I never actually set the lights, so that's my fault.
Next station, Basingstoke High Road.
At this station we've got the advantage, we do have quite a high incline, so the train will naturally be prepared to slow down, which will be very useful. Ladies, once again, this is your service to Gospel Oak.
Basingstoke High
We are
Road.
still running
This
a
is the
minor
train
delay
to Gospel Oak.
due to a technical fault earlier today. Please mind closing doors, mind closing doors.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Leighton Midland Road.
As you can see, we have just caused a sign which does say we can go and get a minor bit of slowing on this. Extra careful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this service to Gospel
This is the
Oak.
train to Gospel Oak.
Once again, mind the closing doors, mind the closing doors.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Folkestone Queens Road. Change here
deep incline this is on the approach to the station, it might make stopping ever so slightly interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this service to Gospel Oak.
Walthamstow Queens Road. This is the train to Gospel Oak.
Ladies and gentlemen, mind your closing doors, mind your closing doors. One thing I do love about this train is the acceleration is pretty good. Like, compared to some mainline routes like the southeastern trains, this train has pretty good acceleration. Like, considering we are already doing 45 miles an hour basically, and like, considering the short distance that it took for that.
Next station, Black Horse Road. Change here for
Chat, do you think I'm stopping too early? Like, do you think I'm bringing it down to speed a bit earlier? Please do comment on this video and tell me if you do think I could improve my stopping. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard this service to Gospel Oak.
Black Horse Road. This is the train to Gospel Oak.
Ladies and gentlemen, please mind your closing doors, please mind your closing doors.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Southampton.
Coming up, do have changeover tracks. I'm just assuming that by the fact that we do have quite a significant decrease in speed coming up. By the way, guys, if you do want me to stop using this, do let me know, because of course, I appreciate in a real life situation, you would not have a upcoming speed indicator. So yeah, if you do want me to stop using it for realism, do let me know. having to go this slow is not helping with the delay. Okay, apparently I got that wrong. Apparently it was we were just going over a slightly shallow bridge, so well, I have been through a couple times, but it's not like a route I know off by heart. So of course this is all a learning curve for me as well. So I believe some services would like go off to a side track here. As you can see by the signal I was given earlier, are continuing straight on.
Next station, Southampton.
Oh, and look at that, we are joining the track. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your service to Gospel Oak.
Southampton. This is the train to Gospel Oak.
Please mind the clothing doors, please mind the clothing doors.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Harrogate Green Lanes. Exit for National Rail Services from Harrogate Station. What's nice is, as it's an early morning service, there's not many trains running, so we have pretty much green light the entire route. Next station, Harrogate Green Lanes. Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
clear green lanes. This is the train to Gospel Oak.
Ladies and gentlemen, please mind the closing doors. Mind the closing doors.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Crouch Hill. Next station, Crouch Hill.
Got to love how this station is only just in the corner. Must be a pain in real life to drive. If anybody does drive this road, I'll be really curious to know what it is actually like to ride or drive. Probably could slow down a bit later than that, but let's end it nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your service to Gospel Oak.
Crouch Hill. This is the train to Gospel Oak.
Please mind the closing doors, please mind the closing doors.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Upper Holloway. Exit from London Underground Northern Line from Archway Station.
Chat out because do train drivers actually speed up at this 55 considering there is a station right there? Or do they use it as a indicator that they can speed up after it?
Exit from London Underground Northern Line from Archway Station.
So I'd rather play it safe and not speed up. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your service to Gospel Oak. The next station
This
is
the train
Gospel
to
Oak.
Gospel Oak.
Once again, mind your closing doors, mind your closing doors. Okay, apparently I clicked the wrong button and opened both doors. Let's see whether we can pick up some speed here and hopefully get up to 55 before we have to drop back down to 40.
This is the train to Gospel Oak. Next station, Gospel Oak. Maximum speed of 1 kilometre.
Maybe that was right. In concept, it was really good, but the rate was just not quite there enough to really say, hey, let's like go for really crazy speed. I believe this may be the first and the light I've seen in this entire game, so that is quite neat. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Like, I'm about to put it to a station, it makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your service to Gospel Oak. We are now arriving at Gospel Oak, where this train terminates. All change, please. All change, please. May I remind you to keep all your personal belongings with you at all times, and if you do see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the police on 61016. The next station is Gospel Oak, where this train terminates. All change, please. All change, please. Righty, let's put the train in full emergency brake. Open the doors. Another redundant. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gospel Oak, where this train terminates. All change, please. Please remember to take all your personal belongings with you. This train terminates here. All change, please. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shut up the cabin. So let's set it to secure first. Let me
just give you this. So let's set it secure. Let's turn the headlights off. So let's set them to off. Then we're going to turn that off. Do that. Let's do that. Everything's turned off. Righty, and then we can leave. So let's unlock the cab door and let's leave. And the train is now going to where it will be going down to. It'll be going, well, I can't be right. It will be going to Barking Riverside. We will not be driving that route as this is the sort of really just to get used to the streaming. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really thank you for watching this. If you do have any suggestion or any feedback, please don't hesitate to leave a comment on this video and I will aim to get back to you and tell you and listen to your feedback. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it was good. And yet again, if you do have any feedback, do not hesitate to leave it. Bye bye for now.